Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel The World Coin. On this channel, we explore rare and valuable coins from around the world. Old dollar coins, error coins, and hidden treasures that can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. If you love coin collecting, or want to know the real value of coins you already own, you're in the right place. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell, so you never miss an update. Let's get started with today's rare coin. I have 3 videos of 1 dime. So let's get started. The United States 1 dime coin dated 1978 with a D mint mark is part of the well-known Roosevelt Dime series, a long-running design that represents modern American coinage and continues to attract interest among collectors due to its historical symbolism and potential collectible value. And this coin was produced by the United States Mint at the Denver Mint, where the small D mint mark confirms its place of production and serves as an important identifying detail for collectors who study mint locations and varieties. And when preserved in very fine condition, the 1978 D Roosevelt Dime shows moderate signs of circulation while still maintaining strong design features that reflect its original appearance. The obverse of the 1978 D Dime features the left-facing portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt, whose leadership during the Great Depression and World War II made him one of the most recognized figures in American history, and the portrait was designed by John R. Sinek, who created a clean and detailed profile that became standard on U.S. dimes beginning in 1946, and the obverse includes the inscriptions, Liberty, along the left side, In God We Trust, below the portrait, and the date, 1978, with the D mint mark placed to the right. And in very fine condition, Roosevelt's facial features remain visible, with moderate wear appearing on the hair and cheek areas, while the lettering remains bold and readable. The reverse of the 1978 D dime features a symbolic design consisting of a torch in the center, representing liberty, flanked by an olive branch on one side symbolizing peace and an oak branch on the other symbolizing strength and independence, and the reverse includes the inscriptions, United States of America, around the top, 1 dime, along the bottom, and E pluribus unum, positioned across the middle, and in very fine condition the torch lines remain visible though slightly worn, while the branches retain their structure and the lettering remains clear. The 1978 D Roosevelt Dime is composed of a copper-nickel clad structure, featuring a pure copper core surrounded by copper-nickel outer layers, a composition introduced in 1965 to replace the earlier silver alloy used in dimes. The coin weighs approximately 2.27 grams and measures 17.9 millimeters in diameter, with a reeded edge that adds to its durability and distinctive feel, and this composition allows the coin to remain in circulation for many years without losing its structure. In very fine condition, the 1978 D dime represents a coin that has circulated through everyday use but still retains most of its original design structure. Roosevelt's portrait remains clear and recognizable, and the reverse torch and branch design remains visible with moderate wear, making this condition level appealing to collectors who seek coins that balance affordability with historical detail. Unique features that may increase the value of the 1978 D Roosevelt Dime include minting errors and rare production varieties, such as doubled dies where design elements appear duplicated, off-center strikes where the coin design is misaligned, clipped planchettes where part of the edge is missing, and die cracks forming raised lines across the surface, and these unusual features are highly desirable among collectors because they represent rare production variations. Another important factor influencing the coin's value is its surface preservation and overall visual appeal. Coins that maintain smooth surfaces, even coloration, and natural shine are typically more desirable than those that have scratches, corrosion, or signs of harsh cleaning, and even in very fine condition, coins with attractive toning or consistent wear patterns may receive stronger collector attention. The historical significance of the Roosevelt Dime series adds to the appeal of the 1978 D issue, as the series began shortly after the death of President Franklin D. Roosevelt in 1945, making each Roosevelt Dime a tribute to his legacy and leadership, and coins from the late 1970s represent a time of modern economic growth and stable coin production in the United States. In the collector market, the value of a 1978 D Roosevelt Dime can vary depending on its condition, rarity, and presence of special features. While many circulated examples remain affordable, coins with stronger preservation or rare minting varieties can command higher prices, and in some cases collectors may pay hundreds of dollars for attractive examples, while rare error coins or exceptionally preserved pieces may reach into the thousands when professionally graded. Professional grading services play an important role in confirming the authenticity and condition of collectible coins, examining wear levels, strike sharpness, and surface quality, and coins that are officially certified are often sealed in protective holders that help maintain their condition and increase market confidence among collectors. Proper care and storage are essential for maintaining the long-term value of the 1978 Roosevelt Dime. Collectors usually handle coins by their edges and store them in protective holders or airtight containers to prevent exposure to moisture, air, and physical damage that could reduce their value. The 1978 Roosevelt Dime stands as a durable and recognizable example of American coinage, combining the respected portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt with a meaningful reverse design symbolizing liberty, peace, and strength, and even in very fine condition it retains strong historical identity and collectible character. Because of its connection to a respected U.S. president, its durable modern composition, and the possibility of rare minting variations, the 1978 Roosevelt Dime remains a collectible coin with lasting interest, and under favorable conditions, including strong preservation or rare features, it can achieve market values ranging from hundreds to even thousands of dollars, making it a noteworthy addition to collections focused on modern United States coin history. Next video. The United States $1 dime coin dated 1976 with a D mint mark is part of the well-known Roosevelt Dime series and represents an important period of modern American coin production, and this coin was struck by the United States Mint at the Denver Mint, where the small D mint mark to the right of the date confirms its production origin, an important detail for collectors who carefully study mint varieties and regional outputs, and when preserved in very fine condition. The 1976 Roosevelt Dime shows moderate circulation wear but still retains clear outlines and visible features that reflect its original design and historical value. The obverse of the 1976 Dime displays the left-facing portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt, whose leadership during the Great Depression and World War II led to his selection as the figure featured on the Dime series beginning in 1946, and the portrait was designed by John R. Sinek, whose work created a sharp and recognizable profile that remains one of the most familiar images in United States coinage, and the obverse includes the inscriptions, Liberty, along the left rim, In God We Trust, placed below the chin area, and the date, 1976, along with the D mint mark positioned to the right of the portrait, and in very fine condition. Roosevelt's facial outline remains clear, though some wear may appear on the hair above the ear and cheek area, while all lettering remains readable. The reverse of the 1976 Roosevelt Dime features the symbolic torch design at the center, representing liberty, with an olive branch to the left symbolizing peace and an oak branch to the right symbolizing strength and endurance, and the reverse also includes the inscriptions, United States of America, around the upper rim, $1 dime, along the bottom, and E pluribus unum, placed horizontally across the center, and in very fine condition. The torch lines remain visible though slightly worn, while the branch details continue to show structure and the lettering remains bold. The 1976 Roosevelt Dime is composed of copper-nickel-clad metal, consisting of a copper core sandwiched between outer layers of copper-nickel alloy, a composition that replaced the earlier silver alloy in 1965. The coin weighs approximately 2.27 grams and measures 17.9 millimeters in diameter with a reeded edge, and this durable construction ensures long-lasting survival even after years of circulation. In very fine condition, the 1976 Dime represents a coin that has circulated in everyday transactions but still retains most of its original design integrity. Roosevelt's portrait remains recognizable, and the reverse torch and branches remain clearly identifiable, making this grade appealing to collectors who seek coins that maintain strong historical presence while still being affordable. Unique features that can significantly increase the value of a 1976 Roosevelt Dime include minting errors and rare production varieties, such as double die errors where numbers or letters appear duplicated, off-center strikes where the coin's design is shifted away from the center, clipped planchettes where part of the edge appears missing, and die cracks that appear as raised lines across the surface, and these unusual features are especially valuable because they are less common and attract serious collector interest. Another major factor influencing the value of the 1976 Dime is its overall surface condition and eye appeal. Coins that display minimal scratches, natural coloration, and consistent wear patterns are typically more desirable than those that show heavy damage or signs of cleaning, and even in very fine condition, coins with attractive natural toning or clean surfaces often command stronger demand among collectors. The historical significance of the 1976 Roosevelt Dime adds to its collectible interest because it was produced during the United States Bicentennial era, a time when national pride and historical awareness were widely celebrated, making coins from this period symbolic of American heritage and historical continuity. In the collector market, the value of a 1976 Roosevelt Dime varies depending on condition, rarity, and special features. While most circulated examples remain affordable, coins with rare minting varieties or exceptional preservation may command higher prices, and in certain cases collectors may pay hundreds of dollars for well-preserved examples, while rare coins or highly graded specimens can reach into the thousands when authenticated by professional grading services. Professional grading services play an important role in determining authenticity and quality, carefully examining factors such as strike clarity, wear levels, and surface preservation, and coins that receive official certification are often sealed in protective holders that help maintain their condition and increase confidence among buyers and collectors. Proper care and storage are essential to preserve the long-term value of the 1976 Roosevelt Dime. Collectors usually handle coins by their edges and store them in protective holders, albums, or airtight containers to protect them from environmental damage such as moisture, dust, and temperature changes. The 1976 Roosevelt Dime stands as a durable and historically meaningful coin, combining the recognizable portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt with the symbolic torch and branches design that represents liberty, peace, and strength, and even in very fine condition it continues to display strong visual identity and collectible value. Because of its connection to the bicentennial period, its enduring design, and the possibility of rare minting variations, the 1976 Roosevelt Dime remains a collectible coin with lasting interest, and under favorable conditions, including strong preservation or unique features, it can achieve market values ranging from hundreds to even thousands of dollars, making it a notable addition to collections focused on modern United States coin history. Next video. The United States $1 coin dated 1978 with no mint mark is a Roosevelt dime produced during a stable period of modern U.S. coinage, and the absence of a mint mark on a 1978 dime generally indicates that the coin was struck at the Philadelphia facility operated by the United States Mint, making the no mint mark feature an identifying detail that collectors use to determine its origin, and when found in very fine condition, the 1978 Roosevelt dime displays moderate circulation wear while still retaining strong design visibility and structural detail that reflects its original mint quality and historical significance. The obverse of the 1978 no mint mark dime features the left-facing portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt, whose legacy as a leader during the Great Depression and World War II led to his portrait being selected for the dime shortly after his passing in 1945, and this portrait was designed by John R. Sinek, whose work created a clean and lasting representation of Roosevelt that remains widely recognized today, and on the obverse the inscriptions, "Liberty," appear along the left edge, "In God We Trust," is placed below the chin area, and the date, 1978, is located to the right of the portrait, and in very fine condition Roosevelt's facial features remain visible, with moderate wear noticeable on the highest points such as the hair and cheek, while the lettering remains sharp and readable. The reverse of the 1978 Roosevelt dime displays a central torch symbolizing liberty, flanked by an olive branch on the left representing peace and an oak branch on the right representing strength and stability, and surrounding these symbols are the inscriptions, "United States of America," along the upper rim and "1 dime," along the lower rim, with "E pluribus unum," placed horizontally across the middle, and in very fine condition the torch lines remain visible though slightly softened, while the branches maintain recognizable outlines and the lettering remains clear. The 1978 Roosevelt dime without a mint mark is composed of a copper-nickel clad metal structure, featuring a pure copper core surrounded by outer layers of copper-nickel alloy, a composition that replaced the earlier silver alloy beginning in 1965, and the coin weighs approximately 2.27 grams and measures 17.9 millimeters in diameter, with a reeded edge that improves grip and durability, and this construction allows the coin to withstand years of circulation while maintaining its structural strength. In very fine condition, The 1978 Philadelphia minted dime represents a coin that has seen everyday use but still retains most of its important visual details. Roosevelt's portrait remains clear and identifiable, and the reverse torch and branches remain structurally visible, making this grade appealing to collectors who seek coins that preserve historical detail without requiring the high cost of uncirculated examples. Unique features that may increase the value of a 1978 no-mint mark Roosevelt dime include minting errors and rare varieties such as doubled dies where letters or numbers appear duplicated, off-center strikes where the coin design is misaligned from the center, clipped planchettes where a section of the edge appears missing, and die cracks forming raised lines across the coin's surface, and these unusual characteristics are highly valued because they are relatively uncommon and often draw strong interest from collectors. Another major factor affecting the value of this coin is its surface quality and eye appeal. Coins that display minimal scratches, consistent coloration, and natural luster are typically more desirable than those that show heavy wear or signs of cleaning, and even in very fine condition, coins with balanced wear patterns and pleasing natural toning may command stronger collector attention than ordinary circulated examples. The historical significance of the Roosevelt Dime series adds further interest to the 1978 issue, as each Roosevelt dime represents a tribute to President Franklin D. Roosevelt and his impact on American society, and coins produced during the late 1970s reflect a time of steady mint production and economic continuity in the United States. In the collector market, the value of a 1978 Roosevelt dime with no mint mark varies depending on its condition, rarity, and any special characteristics it may possess. While many circulated examples remain affordable, coins with strong preservation or rare minting varieties may command higher prices, and in certain cases collectors may pay hundreds of dollars for attractive examples, while rare error pieces or exceptionally preserved coins can reach into the thousands when authenticated and professionally graded. Professional grading services play an important role in confirming the authenticity and quality of collectible coins, carefully evaluating wear, strike sharpness, and surface condition, and coins that receive official certification are often sealed in protective holders that help maintain their condition and increase buyer confidence in the marketplace. Proper storage and careful handling are essential to maintain the long-term value of the 1978 Roosevelt dime. Collectors typically hold coins by their edges and store them in protective holders, albums, or airtight capsules to prevent exposure to moisture, dust, and environmental damage that could reduce their collectible quality. The 1978 Roosevelt dime with no mint mark remains a durable and recognizable example of modern United States coinage, combining the respected portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt with symbolic imagery representing liberty, peace, and strength, and even in very fine condition it retains strong visual identity and collectible appeal. Because of its historical association with the Roosevelt dime series, its durable clad composition, and the possibility of rare minting variations, the 1978 no-mint mark Roosevelt dime continues to attract collectors, and under favorable conditions, including strong preservation or unique minting features, it can achieve market values ranging from hundreds to even thousands of dollars, making it a noteworthy addition to collections focused on modern American numismatic history. So please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. A new coin story awaits you every next day.